Now watch me nap. Now watch me nay. Hey, folks, welcome back to Let's Play Samurai Warriors. Spirit of Sanada. I'm the Serious JG. I just had a long nap. It's a lazy Saturday, non-infusion Saturday, so I don't really have a whole lot that I need to do, which is fine. It's also hotter than fuck, and my AC is down, but that's okay because I can apply telework dressing rules, which basically implies underwear and no socks. It's amazing how much more heat you can tolerate if you're allowed to just go around freaking bare feet, bare arms. Because, I have a white-collar job, and maybe it's because I was raised as a white-collar person on the East Coast, but I think when you wear short-sleeve button-up shirts, the type that are meant to be worn with a tie, that are short-sleeve, you look like an asshole. So, yeah, it's nice to be in a telework world right now. Anyway, hopefully I won't be yawning like crazy, because I took a long enough nap that now I'm like, ooh, I might have some caffeine in the afternoon. I'm like, I might not want to... Well, maybe I will, what the hell. I might pull out some... I got some unsweetened low-cal iced brew in the fridge that I might take. If I start yawning during this video, I will, because I was yawning like crazy during the last two videos, and it wasn't meant as some kind of, like, editorial comment, but it happened anyway. So we'll see. If I just start yawning again, maybe some coffee's in order, but I shouldn't need to, because we're about to have an exciting conversation with Cha-Cha. I hope you've got some you might want to put some tarps around your your home, because your head's about to explode over this conversation with Cha-Cha. I don't need a guardian. I don't need the guardian angel, formerly known as the Big Boss Man, formerly alive. If you intend to leave the castle, Lady Cha-Cha, I will accompany you. It's cute. I mean, they're telling this as a love story between Yukimura and Cha-Cha, which I don't think historically they were supposed to have been in love or anything like that, though they were both important. They're amongst the final enemies of Ieyasu to finally fall. But I think they were. Well, she'd been widowed by that point, I believe. But well, whatever. Yeah, they're clearly setting up a love story between these two, which is nice. It's giving Yukimura a little bit more personality than he's had in previous games. I have no plans for today. What about yourself? Do you not have some place you would like to go? Hi. Yes, Vicky the robot from Small Wonder. I am so new to Osaka that I do not even know any good places to go. Let's go to that one guy who gives you a fat quest about fish. Or perhaps we could go to the store that sells 2 items. Actually, now that I think about it, Osaka is really an intensely small place. Like most video games, they can't really capture... I mean... Fucking Grand Theft Auto games feel huge in scope until you actually compare them to how many places there are that you can actually go interact with in a real-world setting of any kind. But no, they've done a good job of building up an atmosphere in a world, but they can't really... It's always tricky to have dialogue like this, because, in fact, they've done a pretty good job of building up the setting, but it's still like it's video game scale. It's like, oh, the biggest city in some Final Fantasy game might have 2 weapons shops. Of course, in that case, perhaps taking a walk around the town would be entertaining for you. I will summon Gracia to walk with you, because I have no fucking interest. Is this another... Really, are we doing another quest wandering around Osaka just talking to randos? I will accompany you. Let us take a stroll. Oh, this is sweet. My lady, I could not ask you to do that for me. He's stunned. He's blown away by this. Come on, she just wants to go for a walk. She's fucking bored, too. Come, I am leaving. Cha-Cha will accompany you. If you insist on accompanying me... No, you're accompanying me. Shut up. I will not stop you. Hi. Yes, Lady Cha-Cha. I mean, hi. Hi translates to yes, Lady Cha-Cha. So bear that in mind. Any Japanese television show or film you see, if you're watching, if you're an anime fan, or if it's something other than anime, because guess what? Japan has culture that isn't anime. Anytime anyone says hi, bear in mind they're saying yes, Lady Cha-Cha. It's surprising how often they reference Lady Cha-Cha in their culture. So none of these people appear to have anything new to say. which is interesting. Lady Cha-Cha seems to have changed a little. Do you think so? I'm right here. Fuck you, assholes. Don't talk about me like I'm not here. Just wanted to confirm that even though it said they didn't have new dialogue, they really don't have new dialogue, despite the fact that, you know, they probably should. You have something new to say, soldier? Nothing to report. Soldier, do you have an opinion on whether you should be used to maintain civil order? It's like 17th century Japan. It's 18th century. It's 17th century. This is not really a current issue for us. Actually, it's embarrassing. I have no idea what time 1570s. So it's 16th century Japan. Yeah, this is 16th century Japan, guys. Your modern, whatever's going on in the news with you know, the protests and stuff. It's kind of tough to incorporate it here. Thank you for taking me for this walk. It was lovely to watch you kneel in some barrels and pick up a worm. Really brightened my day. Yukimura-sama, Flora Susie. Got giant seeds, so we can go, you know, grow Paul White. You'll come again? That's great. Yeah, the next time I see an exclamation point up there, which suggests that there's a reason to talk to you, even though really there's not. She was selling new items, but they're also items I don't care about. I guess I could start growing giant seeds into giant crops. Former warehouseman keeps looking like he's got new stuff to say. I guess that they're just trying to remind you that you didn't do that quest. There appears to be some sort of disturbance in the street. This one guy is walking back and forth into another guy. Do you mind if I take a look? Yes, I told you I would accompany you. We will take a look together. Okay, you look from back here. Okay, she is following me for a minute. I thought she wasn't. I kind of want to check with... You got anything to say to her? You sure you should be in a crowded place like this? You will be murdered, I guarantee it. Wow, that guy was freaking out about something. It's confirmed Kunoichi has nothing to say. There's no particular reason she would. One of the relationships that could be interesting for this game to explore, because it says a lot more as far as trying to get into people's interrelations as people than most Samurai Warriors games do, is what would Kunoichi, who in at least the first Samurai Warriors games, and there's hints of it in other Samurai Warriors games, is probably in love with Yukimura. She's certainly devoted to him. It appears to have a romantic component. What would she be making of Cha-Cha, who Yukimura appears to be in love with Cha-Cha? Cha-Cha appears to have limited ability to comprehend human emotion. Did something happen here? Is something happening here? There seems to be quite a commotion. What are you talking about? Everything's completely normal. I was carrying in my produce when I was attacked by brigands. Brigands. Third of thieves. Oh, am I supposed to do business now? Oh my god, I can't. I'm fucking yawning again. Alright, between videos, I guess I'm breaking out that cold brew coffee I was talking about. Attacked by brigands. How terrible. Lady Cha-Cha, would you allow me to go and deal with these brigands? I told you I am going with you. Apparently we're going on, like, the 800th, like, non-mission quest of this. This act is killing me. The game is broken into acts, and I saw, like I was saying in the last video, I was looking at the acts kind of ahead of time just to see, well, okay, well, which characters will we play as? Not wanting to spoil the story for myself so much as just know which characters to maybe, you know, if I was off-screen grinding. I was while I was recovering from my surgery, I grinded a little bit with this game, and yeah, this was an act that it didn't have major battles, so it took up like 2 lines in that listing. But it's going on forever because we keep going out to defeat low-level and medium-ranked ninjas. You may do as you wish. You do not need my permission. Oh, okay, maybe she's not going with us. Thank you. In that case, I must first escort you back to the castle. That is also unnecessary. I will go with you. Lady Cha-Cha, what are you saying? It is far too dangerous. Yet, you will take me, even though, of course, you wouldn't really take me in real life. I mean, what the fuck? You definitely wouldn't take me in real life to go murder brigands. I wish to see with my own eyes whether you are worthy of being my guardian. So, you know, just placing yourself in danger intentionally just for funsies. Do you wish to accept the task of brigand subjugation? Nah. I'm terribly sorry, my lady. I'm afraid preparations are not fully complete. May I have a little more time? I'm not a lady. Would you please help us? We cannot let these brigands run. They're happy. We must hurry, Yukimura. Okay, I was curious what happens if you say no. So I'm sure a similar little thing, probably worded differently each time, so we didn't miss some unique dialogue, I suppose, would have happened in, you know, the prior videos if I just kept blowing off Nene. Oh, just shove us over, dude. Hi. Yes, I promise I will keep you safe. And Osaka merchant's like, oh, thank you. We are now able to sorely unlock you. Hey, Lord Yukimura, you are planning on going off somewhere without us, aren't you? Oh, cool. He actually was in earshot. He's sitting over there at the cafe because I summoned him. You mustn't leave your ninjas behind, especially if Our Lady is accompanying you. I'm sorry, both of you. Please, I would like you to come along. Yeah, Cha-Cha's not into this at all. She wanted to make some time. These brigands seem to be based in Yamazaki. May fortune favor you. What am I, the bold? Am I off to defeat the Dominion? I wish to see with my own eyes whether you are worthy of being my guard. And I've seen that you are not, because you have to take these ninjas with you to do the simplest task. Let me know when you're going anywhere. No heading out on there on your own, Yukimura. I know. She keeps him on a short leash. It must be pretty boring having to look after the young lady, but I guess if you do a good job, it will raise the estimation of the Sanada among the Toyotomi. Are you supposed to be prepubescent? Maybe he is. He's like a teenager. Maybe he's got like late onset puberty. But but he's supposed to be a teenager. He should be. I mean, I remember when I was a teenager, I think I kept it on the inside as much as any teenager does. But when you're a teenage boy, like, all you're thinking about is fucking. So how could he not? How could he think it's boring to go hang around with Cha-Cha, who I believe the game has made clear? Whatever your opinion of her character design, just shove her over, dude. Whatever you think of, like, you know, whether you have other Samurai Warrior characters that you think are hot with 2 T's, and Cha-Cha's not on your list. Like, the game has made it clear. She's supposed to be, like, ravishingly beautiful. And this little teenage boy's like, it's so boring having to hang out with this, like, super hot chick. Well, I was talking about LBGTN in the last video, so maybe Sasuke is still discovering himself. And I say himself, assuming that's the pronoun that he would use as a ninja. I could be wrong. I suppose so. I hadn't really thought about it. Lord Yukimura, you should try and use your brain a bit more. No, I'm using the brain. I'm using my other head. You know what I mean? I'm using that little. I shouldn't say that little. I tell you what, there's no complaints. Am I right, folks? No complaints. A lot of people are talking about how great my penis is. Sorry, slipped into Trump mode there. So just like 800. It seems like we spent so much of the game with like only one of these zones we could go to, which we still haven't done all the quests for because the fucking items just don't pop when you need them to. And now we've got 100 of these. We're never going to actually go do all this stuff, game. You know that, right? No, well, whatever. Here I am complaining about a game that's actually giving you a lot of content. I hate that you gave me so much content. I want to pay $50, $60 for a brand new game from a major studio and be done with it in 3 weeks. So we have to take Cha-Cha, even though they're made a point of the fact that these ninjas are chillaxing with us. Oh well. So yeah, both of them have like Woppets with all sorts of awesome power. We haven't used Yukimura in so long. He's not even using like the current tier of horsies. I think Cha-Cha is, yeah, because we had a quest with her fairly recently. Oh, I'm curious, what did I do differently between their two layouts? Muso and Spirit plus Stability. Bravery and Nullification, and for whatever reason with him, and what was Spirit, Bravery, Muso, I went with Golden Lion armor instead of Stability. So what does Stability actually do? It maintains balance. And Golden Lion armor would give us Oh, yeah, this is better. Okay. Yeah, I figured that there's no particular reason they would have different layouts. Like, I think she has more, like, area of effect kind of stuff, and he's more, like, direct striking, but none of the accessories do anything with that, so who cares? We gotta subjugate the brigands. Cha-cha-sama. I mean, hi. You do not need to risk your life out here. Whatever. Don't worry about me. Focus on your task. Robot voice. Also, robot voice. We'll take care of these guys before you even notice they're there. So we got Sasuke. Is Kunoichi following us around? Yeah, she's just not talking. Okay, so we get horses, they don't. Because, you know, we're... Yukimura keeps being all humble and deferential in his dialogue, because I guess he is of a lower-ranked samurai house, but both of these two come from samurai houses and are of, you know, infinitely higher social class than Kunoichi or Sasuke, so yeah, they get to hoof it. And like it. Weighty seeds. It's an eagle feather. I wonder if it's Johnny Two Feather here to make us feel uncomfortable during the MTV Comedy Awards or whatever the hell this... I don't think it was MTV Comedy. I think I'm confusing some Comedy Central award show Norm Macdonald played a funny at with Johnny Two Feathers with the MTV Movie Awards, which in my mind are famous for the time Gollum accepted an award and cussed everybody out. Thank you for attacking brigands. Strong bad seeds? I have, like, no knowledge of Homestar Runner. This is one of those cultural things that everyone has told me I would enjoy if I actually paid attention to it. I don't doubt them. I just have not made time in my life to figure out Strong Bad, Homestar Runner, and the like. Okay, so we're wandering around outside some kind of building that had cannons attached to it, so... That's not the building I would be trying to sack if I was a brigand. Hey, it's a brigand. Oh, what are you doing here? You don't belong here. Get lost before you get yourself hurt. Nope, it is you filthy brigands that do not belong here. If you don't leave, we will make you do so by force. They're too strong. Yeah, that really didn't take that much on our part. Who are these guys? Let's get out of here. Okay, we've driven out the brigands, so now can we take a break? Nope, we need to make sure that they never return. They have only fled to the north for now. We must follow them. They must all die. Yeah, Lady Cha-Cha's an idealist. And her ideal is to murder everyone. Destroy all humans. I don't know why I'm actually still bothering. Like, I'm not... I think I've leveled up everyone's weapons to the extent that I'm going to level them up. And other than when quests pop up, I'm not bothering to make medicine. So I'm kind of... It's like out of habit now, but I'm never doing anything with these ingredients we collect anymore. At one point they were important. Boss, it's them, the ones I told you about. Go get them. I hadn't heard anything about them sending people after us. Oh, well, they'll be dead before long. Hey, how do we tell each other apart? We're exactly the same. Oh, well, I'm a brigand, you're brigand chief. Different names appear on our text boxes. Okay. Probably should have just stayed on the fucking horse. That was interesting. That guy flipped upside down, I guess because of my tornado of superpower attack. Oh, never mind, there's more of them here. Well, now I get to, or can truly find out whether I should just stay on the horse if it's faster. Yeah, I mean, what is the point of this? From a gameplay perspective, this is something we've done 1,000 times before, but easier than it generally is because we have a bunch of playable characters helping us. I can't even get a hit on these guys. I think it's time I called in the big fella. It seems that there are more of them. We cannot stop until we have eliminated every last one. Death to all humans. You're about as ruthless as I'd expected from Nobunaga's ... Also, you should only have your death to humans set at 85% or below. 86% and above is generally considered outside of operating parameters. Silence. You will be treated as a human. Shh, don't say that, dumbass. I guess she's Nobunaga's niece, so they're saying that she's like the demon niece. Speaking of demon nieces, I have a niece. That's really the only way I can end that sentence. The last couple of times we've done FaceTime chats with my niece, who was like really excited to talk to me the first 1 or 2 times we did FaceTime chats. Like I would do a FaceTime chat with the family, and I couldn't talk to anybody else until my niece had gone to bed, because she wouldn't let anyone else talk. She was just all over the phone call. And the last 2 times we've tried to do FaceTime, she's been like, do I have to talk to Uncle? And, you know, my name in real world, which is not JG. It's like, I want to go watch cartoons. I don't want to talk to Uncle Mysterious JG, Let's Player Extraordinaire. Okay. My boys told me about you. Let's see if you got what it takes to defeat me, the guy who's identical to them in every way. If we can defeat this man, I guess that means this stupid shit is over. Okay, whatever. Yeah, actually, I'm with Sasuke now. Everybody finished them. Oh no, it's an ambush. Other generics will appear. Agi was hiding a group of his friends. I guess I did not see that one coming. Yeah, his whole deal is he's the one who's complaining that this is tiresome and we need to be done with it. So I'm actually totally on Team Sasuke at this point. Okay, this one might actually be faster if I just zoom around like this. Particularly if we have any obligation to thin out the crowd that's with the named characters. Which maybe we don't have, actually. But. And with the ninja bomb thrower guys around, you tend to get knocked off your horse anyway. Although it's nowhere near as bad as Samurai Warriors 2. And the more I play this game, the more I realize Samurai Warriors 2 is one of the best games ever. Because this game isn't bad at all. But man, I miss Samurai Warriors 2. English voice act, same basic game mechanics, but significantly more challenging. Like, on any difficulty level, you can't kill guys so fucking fast and effortlessly as you can in this game. But it's the same, otherwise it's the same game mechanics with English language voice acting. Just the best. And the last thing is me getting knocked over by Lady Cha-Cha's horse. Hold on, my horse is about to take a crap. Well, that takes care of that. Time to head home and put the old feet up. By the way, you have not proven in any way you are a suitable guardian, just letting you know. So is she enamored with... I think she's not enamored, but she seems to be... Well, Kunoichi isn't saying anything. It's like they forgot that she was part of the scene when they wrote the dialogue. But, yeah, Cha-Cha seems amazed by Sasuke and perhaps amused. You both did very well. Thanks, Mr. Grace. You have my gratitude. And you too, Lady Cha-Cha. Thank you for your help. That was nothing. Thank you, Yukimura. Human emotions beginning to appear. You have completed the task for submission. I will now stare motionlessly at this wall. Oh, check it out. The clipping there going on for a second. Saw the other side of the wall. It's kind of fun. Okay. Neither of them, I guess, got any experience at all? Or maybe it doesn't really visually show anything if they didn't level up. I am not really remembering. We didn't get any treasure bears. Whatever. Gold achieved. We found, or we got Kuramitsuha's Dewdrop. What the hell is that even supposed to be? I could go find it in the menus and read about it, but I just no. Just no. Looks like everyone made it back safely. Oh man, I was actually gonna stop for a second, game. Matter of fact, now that we got the crew together, this would be a good time to go do like if I knew where to go for this fucking carp, this would be a good time to do it. We could go search for Okuni in that little quest. We'd better get back to where we once belonged. Where is he even talking about getting back to? Wait right there. You will be destroyed. You have attempted to interfere with my policy to kill all humans. You talking to me, bitch? He shoves her down because he's decided he wants to commit suicide by Yukimura, apparently. You're injured. Oh, here she's going to show her compassion and stuff. Are you, Sasuke? Well, you're fired then. Oh, this is nothing. I made a little mistake back there. That's all. Nope, you're officially even further below Kunoichi in rank now. I insist that you show me. After that, I will inspect the rest of your body. Whoa, say. Rip. Kunoichi doesn't seem to like this either. Yeah, they're all, like, shocked, I guess. She just ripped all his clothes off. This should do it. I think they're just impressed that she knows how to bandage a wound, I guess. Okay, thanks very much. Yeah, they've made character models for everybody, but... And every game in the Samurai Warriors 4 series, which is Samurai Warriors 4, Samurai Warriors 4-A or 2 or whatever the hell it is, because they actually did have an Extreme Legends type thing like that. Samurai Warriors Empires and this all feature these scenes where they have the in-game models, which are extremely well done. But anytime somebody is supposed to take any kind of physical action, they just fade the screen to black because they don't animate anything that wasn't already animated for the battle engine. It's fucking lazy. Either that or stop writing scenes that would require, like, you couldn't have him hold out his hand and have her take his hand and look at it? Like, no. Anything other than standing there breathing, like, you know, everybody's chests heaving, including the males, and staring at each other, they don't do. As their superior officer, it is your duty to notice when your men are injured. Yukimura, you suck. You are the worst. I mean, literally the worst. When I eliminate all humans, you will be the first to die. You... If you excuse me, I must be getting back. I must be getting back to find more people whose injuries are invisible to your clouded eyes. Oh, I guess we're not... She does have a kinder side then. The way she dressed you down in front of your subordinates, that was very kind of her. Lady Cha-Cha was always a kind and considerate girl. She just never expressed it or any other emotion. Oh, as for why she chooses to project such a stubborn, unpleasant image, I can only imagine the grief of her upbringing is the cause. I think that would annoy her most of all. Well, what, him saying that? Probably. Huh, what would? You, just you in general. That, I think she'd hate to hear you pitying her as the poor noble woman who endured so much suffering. She would prefer to just chew you out all the time. I think I know what he means. He's trying to get past what happened, but it's hard when everyone around her pities her. That's right. When people around you suffer emotional damage, don't show them pity. Treat them like garbage. It's the best thing for them in the end. I see. It may be that it was we who cannot forget the past rather than her. She may be living in some kind of fugue state. Thank you, Sasuke. I would never have realized that on my own. I'm kind of dumb. Though, yeah, sure. Oh, he's blushing. Oh, you're in love with him too, aren't you? It's okay. Welcome to our ninja family of people who want to bone Yukimura. Or be boned by, I suppose. Hey, just leave me alone, will you? My human killing desire may exceed 85%, which is the current safety setting. Separated from Cha-Cha. Oh, that's a shame. I thought they were going to stay together for the kids. I'm just glad that we've been able to get rid of the brigands making... Oh, sorry. I'm just glad we've been able to get rid of the brigands making life difficult for the merchants. And I wasn't even doing Kunoichi. I was doing Cha-Cha. It's all gone to hell. Thank you both. How was your injury, Sasuke? No need to thank us. We're just doing our duties as your ninjas, Lord Yukimura. I was talking to Sasuke. I'm fine, by the way. I won't mess up like that again. Lady Cha-Cha does have a kind of gentle soul, just like she used to have. It has not yet been fully removed from her body. Okay, so, game just decides to throw a bunch of cinematics at me right as I was trying to call the video, I suppose. Time to go and see Lady Cha-Cha again. It's just an ongoing sequence. This chapter should just be called Yukimura's Playdates. It's just like an endless sequence of Yukimura going to visit with Cha-Cha. So now neither of you have anything to say? Okay. She's yawning more than I am. Alright, well. Call it a video here. Maybe we will, if we have the ability to leave town. Oh, sorry. Maybe we'll go do the Okuni quest. Because it'd be kind of fun to unlock hers. Not that, I've already leveled up the people that I'm planning to use. I don't believe we will ever get to use, like, Okuni in a main story mission unless we're replaying it after we've already played it through for the first time. Which really, it's a little frustrating. Man. They threw all the characters in because they already have all the characters. They already have movesets and programmed in for all the characters. So there was no particular reason not to include all the characters in the game as playable in, like, you know, exhibition mode versions of historical battles. Like, I was playing the same battle over and over with, blanking on his name, the Tiger of Kai, Shingen. Shingen's, I was playing the mission with Shingen trying to chase down Ieyasu as a good mission to just kind of grind for levels and gold and stuff on. And having, like, you know, like, if Masamune has become playable now because we have conch shells. Let's say that I wanted to level him up because of, I have positive feelings about the Date from having spent 8 billion years playing Nobunaga's Ambition as the Date. I could go have him playing in, you know, being in missions he was never in. But the first time through, we wouldn't be allowed to use Masamune. It wouldn't make any sense. So, like, Okuni's mom was like, oh, it'll be fun to find Okuni. She's like an amusing side character in this franchise, but we'll never get to play as her, so what's the point? The point is, I don't know. But next time, I'm going to try not to yawn as much. We'll see you then.